Hey guys, how are you? Because I am fucking fantastic. I've now got 2 weeks off work and the weather's like this, and it's meant to stay like this for at least the first week. It's gonna be good time. And I'm meant to be getting my new tyres and new battery fairly soon, which will make it so much better, because the other day it was raining when I left work and oh my god, I had no fucking grip whatsoever. Every time I leaned it round a corner, my front end wanted to slide out, and every time I touched the throttle round a roundabout, my back end was sliding. Can't wait till I've actually got some grip. But in this weather, it doesn't really matter if you've got fairly bald tyres, because the roads are good enough that you've always got grip. Just noticed, I've got about 20 vlogs that started on that fucking road when I started this one. For some reason I go down that road and I always start a vlog. That's my vlogging road apparently. Oh well. But yeah, like I said, I've got 2 weeks off work, so I'm going to be out on the bike fucking constantly, especially if the weather stays like this. I love those corners. Something that's been happening lately is I've had a lot of people commenting, ask me what they should get as their first bike. Would I recommend this one? Maybe not. How about something Chinese? Now, you all know I would not recommend this bike at all, unless you've got thousands and thousands of pounds you can throw at it every day to try to keep it fucking running. Now, what I would recommend is one of the bigger brands like Suzuki, Yamaha or Kawasaki as a first bike, but that is a lot of money. But you know, with that sort of brand, the odds of anything going wrong are fairly low, and if something does, the parts are easy to get because they're well known and you can buy them fucking anywhere. But again, something like the YZF R125, it's £4,500 brand new for a 125, and I think that is fucking ridiculous. Because most 125s are going to get thrown down the road at least once. So £4,500 for a bike that is quite likely to get crashed. I'm not saying everyone crashes a 125. I'm just saying it happens quite a lot. And because of that, some people might want to get something a bit cheaper, like one of the Chinese ones. Which isn't a bad plan. It's not a great one, but it's not a bad one. Now, there are some brands I would actually recommend that are Chinese, and that's Sinnis is one of them. And if you like this sort of bike, like the cruiser I'm on, Sinnis do a bike called the Sinnis Cruise Star 125, which is exactly the same bike with a different name on it, and the parts are such better quality. All of the parts that I've replaced on this bike are now from Sinnis. The exhaust, the chain, the sprockets. The fuck are you doing? But yeah, all the parts I've bought to replace parts on this bike were from Sinnis, and they haven't had a problem with any of the replacement parts. So Sinnis are good. I also know a couple of people that have got Sinnis 125s and had little problems, like lights blowing every now and then, but that's about it. Nothing major. And if they had had anything major go wrong, it's not been very often. But that's because Sinnis actually, they are one of the better known companies. They're not up there with Suzuki and Yamaha, but they're one of the better known ones. If you talk about Chinese bikes, Sinnis is one of the first one that comes to mind. Same with Lexmoto as well. Actually, Lexmoto are another one I'd recommend. Because yes, they're Chinese, but they're better quality. They are behind, like the Japanese models, but not that far. Something else I will say about Sinnis, it's actually really easy to get parts from them. because they're not based in China. They're a Chinese company, the bikes are built in China, but they're based in Brighton, which means getting parts from them is piss easy. I mean, like with my chain, sprockets and exhaust, they were here the day after I ordered them. And I know I keep bringing this up, but it's been a year and a half and I'm still waiting for a fucking cylinder head from WK. Now I say waiting, I'm not expecting it to ever turn up anymore. Kids love bikes, it's brilliant. And if I see a kid waving at me, I have to wave back because it puts a smile on their face, it puts a smile on my face. Ah, what the fuck? I think the microphone on my camera just got caught on the thing on my shoulder. The wire for the microphone that comes out the back of the camera, I think it just got hooked in something because my head was stuck like this. That is a hell of a view. With a dead fly on my face. That is beautiful. This is one of the reasons I like living where I do. Because yes, you've got the really built up areas, but then if you go 10 minutes out, you've got this. It's fantastic. But yeah, there are Chinese brands out there which are good. Some of them are not. Some of them are really, really not good. But the ones that have been around for fucking years, like Sinnis actually. It's been around for about 10, 15 years or something. Brands that have been around that long generally have ironed out all their problems. And they start to be really, really good. WK has only been around for a few years, they're still shit, they're still using cheap, shitty parts. And if you speak to them on the phone, you get the impression that they really don't give a shit. So if you want to give me some fucking space, you cunt. Yeah, I had right of way, but he decided that he was more important than me. So yeah, if you're looking at getting a 125, have a look at the big Japanese brands and see if you can afford to pay for one of them, and if not, or if you don't want to spend that much money because they are very fucking expensive, have a look at some of the more well-known Chinese ones. Generally they're actually really good value for money and you won't have too many problems. Well, at least you'll have less than me, which isn't that hard. Titanic had less problems than I've had. Something else I'll add is when you see a bike you want, don't just think, right, I'll have that one and get it. Have a look around, see what else there is, see if there's something a bit better. So when I bought this, I stood in the shop, saw it and went, how much is that? Can I pay by card? If I'd have spent a week looking around to see if there was anything a bit better, I probably would have ended up with a Sinnis Cruise Star, which would have been good. So please take my advice, have a look around, see what's out there, and when you see one you want, don't just go for it. Make sure you have a look around again, see if there's anything else, and get some advice off people. Like my dad actually told me, do not buy that bike. I basically said, fuck you, I'm having it. And this is a person that ran a bike shop, so he knew what he was talking about. So make sure you do ask someone who knows what they're on about, listen to their advice, take it under consideration, don't make the same mistakes I did. So cheers for watching guys, I hope I've been helpful. Remember to check out my Instagram and my Twitter, links are on my channel. If you've enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Cheers for watching guys, I'll catch you all next time.